welcome Mehron. So today's video, well first, do you hear that weird buzzing sound? I'm not sure if you can hear it, but if you can, I'm going to make a disclaimer that's a rock polisher. Don't ask. Anyways, so welcome, and today I'm going to be doing another Christmas look. It's going to be a creepy snowman. I almost said Santa Claus, not Santa Claus. A creepy snowman. I'm super excited to get this. I have a few kind of cool ideas. I want to give it like a blue hue so it looks cold. I'm not really sure how I'm going to accomplish this, but I'm super excited to get started. I have a few other ideas coming up for the holidays, and I have one little collaboration coming up, and I can't wait to get started on that as well. It's going to be the next one I do. Yeah, so I pretty much have nothing else to say today, as opposed to my last video where I talked for a million years, so let's get started. Okay, so first things first, I'm taking my white eyeliner pencil, much like I always do, and I'm mapping out my design. I'm drawing a creepy mouth, as well as the coal eyes that I'm going to be putting on, and the carrot nose. Next, I'm going to be taking this white body paint from Mehron, and I'm going to put it all over my face. It's okay if it's a little patchy. I don't want it to be streaky though, so anywhere it looks a little streaky, I'll be like patting it in with that same brush instead of like painting it on, if that makes any sense. So it doesn't look streaky, but it's okay if it's patchy because we're snow. Next, I'm getting into my Urban Decay electric palette, and I'm getting the light blue color, which I think it's called Gonzo, and I'm going to be using that to kind of contour the cheeks meeting up with the mouth, as well as going around the eye sockets to kind of start some shadowing for later. And this is also going to add a nice cool icy effect, which I think will help with the whole ice snowman look. I'm also going to be going on my temples and a little bit around my forehead and mouth. I'll be building up this color later, but for now I just kind of left it as is. I even dipped into a little bit of that darker blue color from the same electric palette. I can't remember the name of the color, and I did drag some of that around my jawline as well. Next, I got an orange body paint from Mehron, and I filled in the carrot nose. Once it looks kind of good, I took a dark orange color from my NYX Ultimate Brights eyeshadow palette, and I just started shadowing in the carrot, also giving it those carrot lines, if that makes any sense, giving it some carrot texture. And then I'm also going to deepen up some of that with a red eyeshadow from that same palette. I'm also going to be dabbing in the center a smidgen of yellow eyeshadow from that same palette just to kind of highlight the tip of my nose. And I'm also going to grab a little bit of black eyeshadow from Urban Decay called Blackout, just a very little bit of it, and just kind of deepen up the shadowing to bring it out a little bit more. Once I'm happy with that, I'm going to be taking the same blue colors that we used on the face and just shadow around the nose. Once it looks pretty good, I'm taking that same black eyeshadow that I used before, and I'm going to be deepening up the shadow and just dragging the color out less than the blue so that the blue still shows dominantly over the black. This will also help hide my nose, which is always nice. Next, I'm taking a black body paint from Mehron, and I'm going to be putting that on my eyes in kind of a lumpy shape because I'm making coals, and coals are lumpy. And I'm also going to be setting it with some black eyeshadow, though I don't think I actually recorded that part, but that's what I did. Once it's to my liking, I'm taking that same light blue shadow that I started with, the Gonzo color, and I'm going to be making some angry eye expressions, as well as adding some wrinkles in between the coals. And I'm going to be taking some of that darker blue from the same palette and deepening up all those wrinkles and kind of just building the color up until I was happy with how it looked. And then I'm also going to be taking some of that white body paint on a detailed brush and using it to highlight around the face. Taking a black stipple sponge, I'm dipping that into some gray body paint from Mehron, and I'm going to stipple that onto the coals so that they have a bit of texture like coal would have. I'm also taking a detailed brush and kind of highlighting with that same gray. Next, I'm taking some more black body paint and filling in the mouth section. I left little strips of snow as if his mouth is ripping open. I don't really know what I'm doing here, but that is what I did, and I just filled it in all with black. I wasn't going to add any teeth or anything. Just my personal preference. Of course, you can add teeth or a tongue or any other cool things, or maybe even peppermint instead of just black, but I just put black. Once that looked okay, I'm actually taking that black and going to be blacking out my ears because I don't really know of a snowman with ears, so I'm just getting rid of mine. Once that looks decent, I'm going to be taking a little detail brush in that dark blue eyeshadow, and I'm going to be kind of spreading it around the black parts, kind of, sharpening up some of the points and making that icy effect kind of play out throughout that as well. And I'm also taking some more of that Gonzo color and making the mouth wrinkles the light blue color. And then, of course, I'm going to be deepening them up with that dark blue color. And then once that's good, I'm going to be taking a little bit of black just to deepen them up a smidgen more. Moving on to the body, of course, I took that eyeliner pencil and just sketched out my design. I decided to add a scarf, and then I wanted some coal buttons. Once I had that mapped out, I'm going to take that same white body paint and fill in my body around everywhere I didn't have anything else. Taking a red body paint from Mehron, I'm filling in the scarf. Once it looked pretty good, I'm actually going to take a dark red body paint as well, and I'm going to start adding the start of a shadow. So I'm going to go where the lines were that I had drawn in and just kind of drag the color out, and this will just kind of start the shadowing effect. Once it looks pretty good, I'm actually going to get white on a angled brush, and I'm going to kind of stamp it on all in one direction, the same direction in like lines, if you can kind of see what I'm doing. And I'm going to do it throughout the whole scarf. A little time consuming, but it's actually kind of fun, and I didn't know if this was really going to work out the way that it did, but it did work out pretty nice. So the next thing I did is I took that same dark red that I used to start the shadowing, and I did the same stamping motions, but I turned the brush in a different angle and then stamped it right underneath every white line I made. Once I was satisfied with that, I took some black eyeshadow and shadowed around the scarf. And once that looked pretty good, I took the same blue that I've been using to shadow around the whole face and used it to shadow around the whole scarf area, also dipping into some of that black to deepen up any shadows that I felt needed to be deepened. Taking the same black body paint, I'm filling in the curls. And then I'm grabbing that same Gonzo, that light blue color from the Urban Decay Electric palette, and I'm going to go around my whole body, just kind of giving it an icy effect like I did on the face. And then the last thing I did is stipple some more of that gray onto the coals on the body, that way it had the same cool texture. And that's it. I'm actually extremely excited about how this one turned out. I think it looks really cool and very creepy, but I like it. Hope you guys liked it too. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Give me any other ideas on art related projects, and I shall see you guys next time. Bye!